Creation's Journey to Life. Day 66, The Relationship Dynamics, Part 1. Watch the documentaries The Trap, The Century of the Self, and Psywar for context. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to realize that relationships are the dynamics of creation. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to not realize that relationships either move closer together or further apart, and that the closer one gets together, the better one gets to know each other's patterns. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to not realize that unless patterns and equality as equals are willed to be so, competition will emerge and someone will win and someone will lose. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to not realize that the inner pattern of relationship to words as memories determines the nature of the person and the strengths and weaknesses of the personality. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to not realize that the true measured value of relationships and how this forms and influences decisions throughout life is not grasped at all. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to not realize that a baby that ends up with a pack of wolves will end up as a wolf in nature, as the environment and parental influence as the wolves determines the formation of the awareness of the child as the child. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to not realize that the extent to which the world is placed in the hands of parents totally incapable to be the parent of a child requires to be a living form that will support and appreciate life as an equal. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to not realize that all relationships are measurable in their power of influence and to what degree they will cause the influenced to follow and internalize the influence to end up as happy with the influence. I commit myself to assist as many people as possible to study the dynamics of relationships to bring an end to the abuse of relationships through the influence of self-interest. I commit myself to show that the relationships formed with memories and the nature of the energetic charge determines how one feels about the content of the memory, which confirms that feeling is not a trustworthy means to assess values. I commit myself to show that to change the world, we must change our approach to parenting, because once an adult, the brainwashed adult will not change with ease. It will be a lifelong battle for freedom with uncertain outcomes. I commit myself to show that the power of influence through pictured relationships is a known way to influence and control the viewer, and is being abused on a daily basis in the world by those with money to get more money. Time to stop this. Investigate equal money.